Hi guys, Dr. Wendy Dearborn here from the Laws of Attraction in Action. Well, it's vitally important that as we move into 2019, it's vitally important that you know what it is that you want for you. One thing that we do here on the Laws of Attraction in Action, and that is to promote knowing what you want, making choices in life. I know 2018 had been a very, very interesting year for me on a personal level, a very, very interesting year. Lots of changes, lots of things happening that, like, took me by surprise. Uh, took me by surprise. So many things. The one thing that I would say that I do have the ability to do, and I encourage you guys, attractioners, I encourage you to do this, is that when things go wrong in your life, horribly wrong, like me being forced to close my business and then having ill health, family being ill, having to go abroad to go and, assist and support them, and all sorts of things that happened this year to me. One of the things that I do encourage people to do, I do encourage you to do, is to really sit down after you've passed over the whole emotional thing, because you've got to have that emotional outpouring. But once you've got to a point where it's like, okay, all right, ask yourself, what did you do? What have you done? What is in place that has created this in your world? Now, many people they truly don't like to hear this. And it's not one of those, I told you so and you're to blame. It goes so far beyond this. When you start having that kind of dialogue with yourself about what's gone on for you in 2018, the good and the bad. So what's gone on for you in 2018, when you start talking about, okay, what did I contribute to this? And understand that you contributed 100% of what's going on for you. When you start taking ownership for your life and responsibility and accountability for your life, you can change your life. Now, guys, it doesn't mean that I'm going to say most of what has happened to me in 2018, I'm not going to say to you that it doesn't hurt, because it does hurt. It really does hurt. It still hurts. But to ask myself, what did I do to contribute to this? Okay, for those of you who have actually watched and the last, whatever it was, the last live broadcast I did actually was from my office, and I was waiting for Opportunity Village to come and get everything out of my office. I mean, I donated everything out of my office, yada, 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 yada. And a few days later, I had asked no, I take that back, prior to, because the day after I had to fly out. I had to fly out because one of my family member was ill. So that being said, a few days before Opportunity Village came to clear out the office, I had asked the question, I had asked myself the question. I wanted to go inside and I required an answer. What had I done for this to happen? The way in which it happened. What had I done? And guys, I tell you what, I was stepping out of the shower and I heard the voice tell me, my inner voice say to me, that I had put into place what happened on the 9th of November, or should I say the 1st of October through the 9th of November. I had put that into place. The actual losing of my business, I put that into place when I was 18 years old. That's 40 years ago. But I had this mantra. Nobody's going to push me out of a job. Nobody's going to push me out of a job. I studied, I did this, I did that. Nobody's going to push me out of a job. And I kept saying, That was my mantra. Nobody's going to push me out of a job. Well, you see, the universe doesn't hear all the subtleties. It hears, push me out of a job. Push me out of a job. And 5 years ago, I got the warning when all this upheaval came up with reflexology. I got the warning. You know, I got all dressed up and went down to Clark County with my briefcase, false eyelashes. I mean, I was made up to the nines. I mean, I decked out for that. Because guess what? Nobody was going to push me out of a job. Nobody's going to shove me out of my job. But you see, that was a mantra that I put into place. That was a mantra. Instead of flipping the script and saying to myself, I will always, always work in the job or the career or the whatever it is that I want. I was like, hell no, nobody's pushing me out of a job. And that's what I programmed. That is what I programmed. That was 40 years ago. I can remember clearly, I was in college and I was working a part-time job. And actually, I was working at a place I worked in Soho, Carnaby Street in London. And I worked at Rosemary and Thyme. It was a little knick-knack store, if the truth be known, high-end, but knick-knack store. And somebody got fired. And I remember thinking to myself, please, nobody's going to push me out of a job. And that stuck with me. And that mantra has stuck with me for 40 years until I got backed up into a corner. Literally, there was nothing I could do. And I was pushed out of my career. It was my work. It wasn't like I worked for anybody. That was the other thing I said, I'm never going to work for anybody. But I'm flipping the script on that now because I'm always going to say, I'm going to work for myself. And I enjoy working for myself. I enjoy that aspect of what I do. But believe me, I changed the conversation with that. Now, for those of you who know me, guys, I'm not huge on going back in time and trying to figure out this and figure out that. And I don't do that. I don't believe in doing that. However, based on what has happened to me, what I'm going to suggest to you guys is you move into 2019. What safeguards, what internal dialogue have you put into place that can and has the ability to turn around and bite you in the ass 40 years later, 20 years later, 15 years later? Are there things that you are doing? Are there things that you are doing that is actually creating this? Okay, Steve. Okay, I'll address that. Are there things that you, and actually Steve asks, how does one change what one has said years ago? Literally, you flip the script. If 5 years ago, when all the upheaval started with reflexology, and I'm still like, nobody's gonna push me out of a job. If I actually changed my internal dialogue, which really is an affirmation, your internal dialogue is an affirmation. We affirm every day. We are always affirming. If I changed it and said, I will always, always be in or gainfully employed or in a job that I love. I will always be in a job that I love. That would have changed that. Instead of, nobody's going to push me out of a job. Absolutely nobody. But again, it's vitally important that you change your internal dialogue. So if you are going into 2019 and you have dialogues like that, you see, what you're looking for, guys, is you're looking for the positive. Anything that can have a negative connotation is not what you want. You know, I don't want to be in, a broken down relationship. I don't want to be in this type of job. I don't want to be in, no. Talk about what you want, guys. Talk about what you want, not about what you don't want. And Steve, I know this because I know you're a coach, so I know you know this. So talk about what you want. You know what you don't want. You know it, you have it. So flip the script as you move into 2019. 19. Flip the script on it. Flip it. You have to flip the script on it. And only you can do that. Today I was working with a client and we were talking about stuff that they want to bring into their lives. And one of the things that I'm going to really address for 2018 with you guys is simply this. Everything that we do internally, our talk, is an affirmation. Contrary to what you may have been told, we are affirming 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. That means 1,440 minutes in a day. We're affirming, even when we're asleep. We're affirming. We need to change our internal dialogue and really change our internal dialogue by focusing on what it is that we really want. We are such emotional beings. It's so easy to, to get hung up on what's happened and, how this happened to me and, it hurt my feelings and crying. The first month, it took me a month. I mean, literally to stop crying. I'd go into my meditation, and everything. And next thing I know, tears are rolling down my face. And it's so easy to play the blame game, which is why, guys, when I started this live, Facebook Live, I had to ask myself, what did I do? Because it's happening to me. What did I do? So as we move into 2019, it's about flipping the script on all the things that are going on for you, not to you, for you. That's another thing. Life is happening for you and not to you. So if there are things, if you can't get consistent work, if you're self-employed and you can't get consistent work, you don't ask, why can't I get consistent work? Why is it that other people can get it and I can't? No. You know by that conversation what you want. You want consistent. You want steady clientele. Steady clientele. So that's where you focus. Tell me what your clientele looks like. How much are they paying you? Are they happy with the work that you do? The same thing for your health. Oh God, I just want to be healthy. How many people are here? Oh, I just want to be able to walk up the stairs. I just want to be able to do this. I just want to be able to sleep at night. I just want my sinuses to quit buggering. Okay, you know what you don't want. So what does it look like for you to have, for your sinuses to be functioning properly? What does it look like for you to be able to bound up the stairs or to walk around the block or for your feet not to hurt or your knees not to crack every time you get up? You know what you don't want. Moving into 2019, guys, take control of your life. Take your life back. Take control of your life. And the only way you can do that is by knowing what you want. Focus on what you want. Give it 100%. Give it 100%. One of the things, and this is one of the things I'm going to address this year, is that, like why affirmations don't work. People are like, well, and there are some people, they're like, I've been affirming for a year and the man still hasn't turned up, or the woman still hasn't turned up. I've been affirming for a year and I'm still as broke as a joke and I can't get my car. I get up, I meditate, I affirm, I do everything that they tell me to do. I write my own affirmations, I use other people's affirmations, I mix and match affirmations, and they feel right because one of the things they tell you is it's meant to feel right. But yet still, I cannot seem to manifest what it is that I want. Well, there's divine order for everything. But I tell you this, most people, they affirm and they're giving themselves two types of affirmations. One that's positive and the other that's negative. And people are like, no. I just use one affirmation. I do this affirmation. I do this affirmation 1,000 times a day, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to use money because that's where people seem to be in their pocket, money or health. People will say, I'm affirming that I am wealthy. Well, do you believe it? When you look when you look at your statement, right? When you look at your statement, your bank statement or lack thereof, do you actually believe it? You know, when you're affirming that you're wealthy and then you're like, ah, oh, shit, the rent's due. Oh, excuse me, because oh, the rent's due. How am I going to pay the rent? You're affirming, you're making two affirmations. Everything that you say is an affirmation. Everything. And so that's one of the things that I'm going to be working on, and finding balance in our lives, finding balance in our lives. You know, you have the center point, but there is so much more to you. You got your life's purpose. You have relationships and love. You have health. You have wealth and prosperity. You have your spirituality, your creativity. You have your intuition. You have things like your self-perception and integrity. You have many areas in your life that need to be addressed, so that your center point, you, the center you, can create and establish balance. So guys, hopefully I just wasn't too all over the board, but what I would say to you is 2019 is here. What are you wanting for you? What are you wanting? And if you don't know, as I say to the ladies when I coach, if you don't know what you want, you've just told me what you do want. When you know what you don't want, you flip the script and it will tell you what you do want. Now, one of the things that I just posted in the group not a little while ago was the last blog. And again, this year has been so topsy-turvy. I realized the last blog that I have written was in July. It was like, oh my God. But anyway, this for me was profound because I was thinking about doing something on this anyway. And the last blog that I had written, it was called What If? So guys, read the blog, but in short order, it's this. Play the what if game. What if you had all the money in the world that you wanted? And I really mean this, all the money in the world that you wanted. And as a result, everybody you loved, and some of them that you didn't, but everybody that you loved, every organization that you cared for, you were able to give them copious or masses of money. Nobody around you wanted for anything, and it was good. Your health was good, prosperity was good, you were in the perfect relationship for you. Everything, every aspect, your health, your weight, everything, it was just perfect. What if you had this? What would you be wanting for your life then? And you see, guys, when you can answer that question, this will tell you, in truth and honesty, where part of your passion lies. It will tell you where perhaps you may find your purpose for this life. It will tell you something deep and abiding about yourself. So play the what if game. And I really mean get into it. Use your imagination to take yourself there. Play that what if game. And I really mean it. Play it. Be relaxed in it. And then ask yourself that question. You've got everything you need. What then? What are you wanting for your life? That's a powerful question to ask yourself once you've got everything in your imagination that you want. So guys, what I'll say to you is, she's back. Yes, I'm back. And of course, I'm not going to be doing reflexology anymore, but I am going to go into where I've been propelled to be, and that's to coach and do what I'm doing now. So yes, she's back. So guys, I want to wish you an awesome, it's already started. Most of the people I've spoken to, it's already started. You know, people are having, like towards the end of this year, like in December, all this movements happening, and you know, people are getting money, and this is happening and that's happening, and all this good stuff. So for a lot of people, while 2018 may have been fraught with problems, many people realize that it's ending, with something that's really powerful, and they're taking that power into 2018. Sorry, 19. And I don't know. I know Steve might be able to answer that question with, I don't know if I don't, you know, Mercury was doing something, or we got a dragon's tail that's finished flipping, or something like that from an astrological standpoint. But something has changed for many people. So moving forward into 2019, it's already an awesome year, guys. You have to do the inspired work to take you to where you want to go. In order to get somewhere, you need to know where you're going. It can't be vague. You have to know point blank what it is that you want. So guys, I'm here to ask you, what are you wanting for you in 2019? So on that note, whatever you choose to do, and Susan, yes, I did get your text and I will reply. Steva, Nesper, I think I saw on there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. God bless you guys. Happy New Year. It's going to be awesome. Just continue doing what you're doing. Know what it is that you are wanting and play the what if game. Until next time, which is going to be relatively soon, I'm Dr. Wendy Dearborn. Take care of you guys. Peace. Bye.